Welcome to Module 5 from our Cybersecurity course. This course is presented to you by TCSC London Academy and the instructor Mr. Isam Ifarujain. This fifth module covers norms and regulations related to cybersecurity. In the first lesson, we will discuss the key components of norms and regulations. We will also explore the importance of norms and regulations in the organization's cybersecurity ecosystem. Introduction to norms and regulations in cybersecurity. Norms and regulations in cybersecurity refer to established standards, guidelines, and legal frameworks that define the rules, practices, and expectations for ensuring the security, privacy, and ethical use of digital technologies, data, and systems. These norms and regulations play a pivotal role in safeguarding individuals, organizations, and nations from cyber threats and promoting responsible behavior in the digital landscape. Key components of norms and regulations. Standards and guidelines. Cybersecurity norms are often defined by international standards organizations, such as ISO, International Organization for Standardization, and NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, providing guidance on best practices, protocols, and technical requirements. Legal frameworks. Cybersecurity regulations are legal statutes enacted by governments or international bodies to mandate specific security practices, data protection, incident reporting, and other cybersecurity-related actions. Enforcement mechanisms. Enforcement mechanisms refer to the methods and procedures employed to ensure compliance with cybersecurity norms and regulations. These mechanisms may include audits, inspections, penalties, fines, and legal actions against entities found to be in violation of applicable norms and regulations. Enforcement ensures accountability and fosters adherence to established cybersecurity standards and legal requirements. Compliance documentation. Compliance documentation encompasses the records, reports, and evidence generated to demonstrate adherence to cybersecurity norms and regulations. This documentation includes policies, procedures, risk assessments, audit reports, compliance checklists, and evidence of implementation of security controls. Maintaining comprehensive compliance documentation is essential for regulatory compliance, audits, and demonstrating due diligence in cybersecurity practices. Continuous monitoring and assessment. Continuous monitoring and assessment involve ongoing evaluation of cybersecurity measures, practices, and compliance status to identify vulnerabilities, gaps, and emerging threats. This process includes real-time monitoring of network traffic, system logs, security alerts, and incident reports to detect and respond to security incidents promptly. Regular assessments and audits ensure that cybersecurity measures remain effective and compliance with norms and regulations is maintained over time. Importance of norms and regulations. Security and privacy enhancement. Norms and regulations set the baseline for secure practices, ensuring that data and systems are protected from cyber threats and breaches. Global consistency. International norms and standards provide a common language and framework for addressing cybersecurity challenges across borders. Remember the term framework. In the next lesson, we will cover the compliance framework in detail. Accountability and responsibility. Regulations establish responsibilities for data handlers, service providers, and individuals, promoting accountability in cybersecurity practices. Incident response and reporting. Many regulations mandate incident reporting and response processes, ensuring timely action in case of data breaches. Examples of cybersecurity norms and regulations. General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. Enacted by the European Union, GDPR defines rules for data protection, privacy, and user consent, applying to all organizations processing EU citizens' data. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA. HIPAA in the US sets standards for protecting sensitive patient health information in the healthcare sector. ISO/IEC 27001. An international standard for information security management systems, providing a comprehensive approach to managing cybersecurity risks. ISO 27001 is not a regulation, it's a standard or norm. We will explain the differences in the next lessons. Main challenges in implementing norms and regulations. Evolving threat landscape. Regulations must adapt quickly to address emerging cyber threats and attack methods. Global variability. Cybersecurity norms may vary from country to country, creating challenges in harmonizing international standards. Enforcement and compliance. Ensuring compliance with regulations can be challenging due to the complexity of systems and the need for cross-industry collaboration. Best practices for norms and regulations. Stay informed. Organizations and individuals should stay up to date with evolving norms and regulations relevant to their industry and jurisdiction. Adopt a proactive approach. Embrace cybersecurity best practices and guidelines even if not legally mandated, to prevent potential risks. Collaboration and advocacy. Industry collaboration and advocacy can influence the development of effective and balanced cybersecurity regulations. Real-world example of regulations. The implementation of the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, in 2018, revolutionized data privacy standards. GDPR requires organizations to adopt strong data protection measures, gain explicit user consent, and report data breaches promptly. It has set a global precedent for data privacy regulations. In the next lesson, we will cover GDPR concepts and requirements as well as the PCI DSS, as two examples of regulations. Stay with us to learn more about compliance framework and more in the next lesson. See you there.